Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you are so very welcome to our fabulous, humble abode. It is my channel, but it is absolutely your show. And one of you sent me a DM. When I read it, I said, I can feel a sister to sister coming on. Let me read it for you. A Virginia woman scammed out of $170,000 by a fake doctor she met on an online dating website. He asked to borrow $112,000 and then another $58,000 while he was in another country saving lives. You know what makes me feel bad? That she had the discipline, the focus, the intelligence, the sacrifice, and also to deprive oneself of luxuries, holidays, and stuff like that. I'm not saying that she didn't go. I'm saying that she really reeled it in to have saved that amount of money, bulk, cash. Amazing. Amazing. To deprive yourself of all the other things and say, you know what, let me just go ahead and save this coin. And she's an attractive woman, relatively good looking. And you went ahead and you gave all of this money to a man online that you had not met, that you didn't take the same wherewithal of how, and we're going to talk about that in another episode. We're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about how to save because we need this, yeah? And she did it. And when we say 170,000, who's to say that she didn't have $500,000 stashed away? You know what I'm saying? She just gave him out of what she had. Are we living? Are we laughing? I forgot to introduce my fabulosity. This blouse is by Chloe. I got it at TK Maxx. Well, we have TJ Maxx here. The blouse retailed for about £3,000. My money. Absolutely not. It was on sale for $300. And I said, ooh, I live, I'll go and get it. So I spoke with Ula. I said, Ula, I'm just not happy with my wardrobe. You know, I'm filming every day, blah, blah, blah. And he said, okay, all right. I see where it's going. Go get it. I went to go and get the blouse. And it had dropped down to £75. Yes. I got this at TJ Maxx. Remember, I tell you guys, I go to thrift stores, I go to secondhand stores. You can find all kinds of beautiful things there. And this is such a beautiful blouse. It's a blouse. It's a blouse. Let me show you. See? It's a blouse. There you go. It's a blouse. So beautiful, so pretty. And I decided to wear an orange lip because I haven't worn orange in a while. And I wore this in another episode. I think it was Real Housewives of Lagos, and I had put a necklace on it. And a lot of you said, for me, no, leave the blouse. We want to see the beauty of the blouse. So I said, okay. And I left it as so. And then I have like a little hair clip that says wifey for Ula. He's traveling soon, so I'm going to miss him because he does a lot of housework here. He does. And he helps with Adrian, so I'm going to miss him. Back to the situation at hand. She saved all of this money. She had the wherewithal to save. And you went to give it to a man. So that tells me this. That sis is naive. And you should come to Fumi Nation where we're going to Fuminize you. I am all for online dating. Before a lot of you will say, that's why I don't go online. This can happen meeting anybody anywhere. Online dating gets a bad rap because it's like, oh, online dating, I don't trust him. But really, who do you trust? If you meet a guy in a club, do you trust him right away because you met him at the club? Or he's better off because you met him at the club? Don't get it twisted, my darling. That's not altogether correct, and you know it too. What's happened to sis here was that she didn't do the background check. She didn't do her background work. She put her feelings all into it without having any Fumi Nation, FBI, CIA, MI6 to thoroughly double check your credentials. I say it all the time. When I was working 9 to 5, they double check your credentials for any criminal activity. Yes, they do. Have you paid your taxes? Yes, ma'am. I don't play with those taxes. They double check everything. That's why you're on a 3-month probation. And if they find out that you are kind of, funny here and there, you're out of there. You have to apply the same to when you're dating. Sis looks like she's in her 50s. Perhaps she's not dated. Perhaps her husband passed away. Perhaps she married when she was very, very young, and the only man that she knew passed away, and that's all she knows. So she's very naive. I'm throwing all of this out there because these are the stories you guys write to me in my DMs telling me that I want to go out to the dating pool again. I'm not sure, this, that, whatever. And I say, stop right there. You're not ready, mama. Because you know what? It's a jungle out here in these streets. And you have been cocooned. And you do not know that when people lie to you, they are lying to you. And don't believe everything you hear and say. On top of which, red flag, red flag. Hee-haw, hee-haw. The ambulance is coming. Anybody. Anybody that wants you to bring out some coin from your purse, he gotta go. Any man of his worth, yes, any man of his worth will never ask you for money when he's trying to date you. It's a turn off. It's like bad breath. The second that he asks, even for taxi fare, he gotta go. You know why? Because human nature, we want to impress, at first, for sure, the people that we like. The people that we really, that gives us butterflies in our stomach. Where, I tell you this, no lies. When I first met Ula, I couldn't go to the bathroom. In his house, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I was that shy. I was that, I had butterflies in my tummy. I came over there bearing gifts. Like me, let him like me, let me like the family, let the family like me so the family can tell him, yes, she's okay, so that I passed. Because I really, 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 really liked him. So I put my best foot forward and I wanted to impress him all the way. It was a two-way street. Him with my family, me with his family, and of course him. Never ever. I made sure I had all of my coin. Yes, I did. After he had bought the ticket for me to come on over, yes, I made sure I had coin. I made sure I came bearing gifts. Do not do that. And you know the worst part? You gave him 112,000. Was that bulk? And you did not double check and cross check to say, how could he have spent all of that? Where are the receipts? Then you went in and gave him 58K. Oh my God. A doctor. My father's a surgeon. Doctor. I guess that's a good thing because I can peep all of you all out. A doctor would never behave like that. A doctor of ethics, of principles, because they have doctor codes. You don't know? I tell you. There hasn't been a single time when I've gone to the dentist or I've taken Adrian to the hospital or I've been in the hospital myself for whatever reason. And I have said to them that my father's a doctor. Well, he's a surgeon. Never ever have I said my father's a doctor and they have in return, they have never not in return said, send my regards to your father. As a doctor, send my regards to him. They have their medical tribe. Yes, they do. This is terrible for her. I am so very sorry. I don't know if you can recoup all of this money back or even part of it. I wanted to do this particular story because I wanted to be a lesson. Women that are out there, that you are dating again for the first time. Believe you me, you know what? Come to me. If you're not sure, that in itself is a red flag. Because when you are sure about something, it's evident. Everybody can see it. But if you've gone back to the dating pool and you are not sure, it's new for you, and you really don't know, the worst crime that you could do is not ask. You have to ask. Put up your hand in class. Don't be shy, because nobody knows everything. And ask. Ask me. Because I'm a veteran when it comes to dating. Remember, I got married at 40. I had 10 solid years where I abstained from sex, and I said, let me really look at what's going on here. That's what I did, because you have to clear the bushes so you can see what you're doing. You cannot go there with rose-colored lenses like this lady here. She's alone. She doesn't have that many friends. Maybe she's shy, embarrassed to say that she's online. Online has changed. Online dating has changed. Yes, 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 and yes. And I have to thank Steve Jobs and co. for all of that. Why? Because online dating had a stigma. Yes, it did. Because it was for the solicits and to solicit. Because in those days, when you met people, it was at a party. It was at a dance. Like in my mother's time and my daddy's time, they met at a dance. They met in school. They met at a party. They met at church. But as soon as we had website, all of a sudden, all the dirty little nasty little things that people wanted to do, they could do it online, secret. Here in England, we have what they call telephone booths, and they used to have cards where you can call for girls, you can call for a date, peep show. Is it peep? I think it's a peep show. Anything, anyway, everything in the dark. You could go, then they'll tell you, go online. So that was what it was up until social media. Why? Because we're all online. How did I meet Christina, my friend? Online. Christina was a supporter of mine. Yes, she was. And so many of you that I have met, even businesses that we do, collaborations, how did we get them? Online. And this last generation, they are free, they are open, and I don't blame them. How do they meet other people? Online. We were on lockdown for 2 years. How do you meet? Online. The stigma for that has gone. It's ageist. Yes, it is. And if you think that being online is a bad thing, then you are in the wrong space and time. Because even co-workers that you all work for the same company in different cities, how do you communicate? Online. It's not the online. It's the naivety. And that can happen where? Anywhere. It can happen at the bar. It can happen in school. It can happen in church. It can happen anywhere. You have to be sharp. You have to be alert. You have to ask questions. If you do not know, ask. What kind of doctor is this asking you for 170,000, talking about he's saving lives in another country? Darling, you know what? You could have taken that money and opened up your own non-profit organization. Don't be naive. Don't be insecure, because this is what it is. As far as I'm concerned, somebody that is confident, that's alert, could make this kind of mistakes, because you're out here on the streets. You have to practice. That is why I tell you guys, when you go out for your first date, don't let it be all about the sexy and your body or whatever. Interview these guys. It's a learning platform for you too, because once you begin to hear the lie, you can be like, I've been here before. It might not be the same guy, but it definitely is the same address. I know your type. Never give anybody money, especially big amounts of money like that. Never, never, never do that. This guy is a fraud, and he was out there fishing. You know how they do when they send you the emails and say, oh, your bank account is compromised. Press this link here and press it and all of your money is gone. It happened to me once in Cali. I ran to Bank of America. I said, they've taken my $2,000 because I had to pay rent, had to pay bills and everything. I used to work as a bikini model. My body was banging. And I had worked on Entourage, the show. Do you remember the show? I had worked on Entourage for 4D Street as a Victoria's Secret model. And they had just paid me. And this thing happened to me because I think I was nervous because I hadn't had that bulk of money in my account, and they pressed it. I had a friend who was at Bank of America. Where was it now? It was Sunset. I can't remember. Off Sunset Boulevard. And I went to her. She worked there and she got me my money back. So You know, it's very hurtful. All this woman's life savings. I am so sorry that this happened to you. But you in particular, sis, you have to come off online dating for now, because you don't even know which way to go when it comes to dating. You have to come and watch all of my episodes so that you can have an understanding of what's going on. Guys out there, don't give anybody any kind of money. If it's your good friend that you know from way back or whatever, yes, I do the same thing too. But 99.9, if somebody comes and I can tell, Fumi, you know this, you know, I'm really going through this or whatever, I'm like, she's gonna ask for money. Then I'll be like, sis, before you even start, let me just come out there. Do you have like 500 pounds? Straight. They'll look at me and be like, I say, yes, do you have? I said, so what did you want to ask? Shh, right there. That's what I do. Before you ask me, I'll ask you. It is what it is. Even beggars on the street, I said, don't be deceived. No money. Adrian has my money. It's not funny. It's not funny to be swindled. So do not give anybody money apart from whom, the I, the R, and the S. The IRS, I don't play with. Everybody else we can work around. We can pay something on it. All right, my darlings, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Give me some super thanks. At least I'm asking for the advice. And I will see you, my darlings, very, very soon. All of my love, I'll see you tomorrow, because I'm here every day. All right, and you guys let me know what you think about this case, and also what you would like for me to do next, because it just really helps with a sister who has to create content every single day for you. I love it though. I do love it. Take care of yourselves and don't give nobody any kind of money. Okay, anybody that asks you for any money, online dating, you know, from Auntie Fumi, from Mama Fumi, from Sister Fumi, from Cousin Fumi, it's a red flag. All right?